today. Protect your ring, everybody, or else Riot will do it for you. This is CheckPoint. Welcome to CheckPoint. Boy, getting the timing right on these intros is tricky. Sorry, Kathleen.
Absolutely. Physical distancing and working from home have generally led to people playing more video games, but not Pokemon Go, Niantic's monster-catching former money spinner, because as the name implies, it's all about going outside and meeting with friends, aka the actual literal opposite of all current health advice. So, among the many tweaks and changes they've made to the game so people can still play from the relative comfort of their couch, Pokemon Go is now changing Incense Day. So now you as a player can finally just sit back and let the Pokemon flock to you. Also coming are changes that will allow players to raid from home and get items without spinning Pokestops. And thus continues Pogo's eventual decline into a clicker game. Can't wait until I only have to log in once a day to get my spreadsheet list of all the trash mons with bad IVs I received overnight.
While people who drive NASCAR are admittedly very good at making car go brrr, they may not be great at doing the whole words good. Following last week's story where NASCAR driver Bubba Wallace lost his emu oil sponsor for rage quitting in NASCAR's iRacing tournament, now driver Kyle Larson has lost his much more impressive sponsor of Chevrolet for his much more impressive faux pas of saying the N-word during NASCAR's iRacing tournament. Larson, a graduate of NASCAR's Drive for Diversity initiative, was suspended without pay and has now been fired by the league. So let this be a lesson to other athletes transitioning to gaming during this pandemic. Just because you're acting like a gamer doesn't mean you get to talk like one.
Don't put away your spatulas just yet, Gustatorians, because we're not done with the Cooking Mama drama. Office Create, the IP owners of Cooking Mama, took to the court of public opinion this week, giving the world a press release that is like sweet manna from the heaven. Office Create's stance is that Cooking Mama Cookstar is, quote, an unauthorized release in breach of Planet Entertainment's contract because, according to the contract, the game had to reach a certain threshold of quality and, judging by reports, it sure didn't. In addition, Planet Entertainment also said there's an upcoming PS4 port of Cookstar, which was definitely not part of the deal. So on March 30th, Office Create immediately terminated Planet Entertainment's license due to what they call, and I quote, an intentional material breach of the license contract, which is probably the kind of legal language that you don't use by accident. All incredible allegations to be sure. So if you thought that Planet Entertainment would simply just stay mum and prep to be sued, well, guess what? They responded through a press release on the Cookstar Twitter account that they followed the exact approved design and, quote, that design is the exact game on Nintendo Switch, and also, quote, by contract, Planet is fully within its rights to publish Cooking Mama Cookstar. In layman's terms, that's nuh-uh. They then followed up with, quote, there is no active litigation or ruling that prevents Planet from publishing the game. In layman's terms, that is sue us, I dare you. So now we got a good old-fashioned slap fight on our hands. And I don't know who, but one of these parties is going to need better lawyers right now.
Valorant, a new Overwatch from Riot Games, broke Twitch TV viewership records on its launch with 34 million hours watched in a single day. It features everything players might want from a character-based arena fighter, including anti-cheat technology that digs into your operating system like a tick. The so-called Riot Vanguard raised some eyebrows and concerns over how much control it can exert over your computer. Vanguard runs in what I am newly learning is called Ring 0 of Windows, which I infer is something akin to the bottom level of hell, where traitors go. Typically, only the kernel can operate in Ring 0, and the kernel not only makes finger-lickin' fried chicken, but is also the part of the operating system that makes everything run the way it should. Now, there are two camps here. Riot, who feel that Vanguard needs that level of access because, well, that's where the cheat software needs to run, and security experts, who feel that software should never, ever have that level of system access because, what are you, stupid? Riot is in a tough spot here because cheaters don't care about sacrificing the security of their system, so if Riot wants to fight it, they need access to your ring too. But on the other hand, fuck that. When it comes to any technology, you have to be able to trust the source. But in Riot's own post defending this tool, they said, quote, "This isn't giving us any surveillance capability we didn't already have. If we cared about Grandma's secret recipe for the perfect Christmas casserole, we'd find no issue in obtaining it strictly from user mode and then selling it to the Food Network." Which is an awfully suspicious and bad example because you're a video game. You threatening me? And why are you even looking in my recipes folder? There's nothing there but porn.
I keep mine in a folder labeled porn.
It's a very pedestrian place to keep your porn.
No, that's where I keep my recipes. Coming up, people are still going on Tinder dates in Animal Crossing. Finally, a place where you're not going to be judged for taking your date to a turnip vault. Office Create has decided that Cooking Mama Cookstar is, quote, an unauthorized release.
You went back to New Zealand.
Why did it come out like that?
I don't know. Are you okay?
Yeah, it was just suddenly that
Do
was...
you need some pineapple lumps?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. What the fuck?